Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready? 8, read.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Kill.
61, matchbox lights. Shoot.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
It's our time.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And 2 stop.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd and 12, Rudolph. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Butler. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Well, Butler was the 2nd of 3 receivers Arizona took in the draft. They said they wanted to increase the amount of playmakers that they have out wide, so they nabbed him in round 4 out of Iowa State. Really didn't come on until his final season at Iowa State, over 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. Andy Isabella, he kind of provides the top-end speed. Butler has the size, 6'6", 225, a huge target out wide. The first down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Here's Rudolph. Screenplay, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
On 2nd down and 4, Roethlisberger. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Bravo. 2.
Let's go, D.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Now it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. It's Cooks. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler 1st. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run it with Johnson. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline. They give to Johnson going right. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Block 54.
I got you.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane, the rookie from Michigan State. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
For that! 230.
Watch that in. Got it right.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun to give to Henderson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play. First down. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
Brooks Reed with a tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
All right, now. Black 80.
58. Come on.
Alert.
58. Right over.
Hey, exit.
Right, 58. Right there.
Black is third.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 24. Check 24.
Protein spill. Ready?
Now it's Rudolph. That's complete to Butler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Ready. 8 feet.
Rudolph on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw, Rudolph. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Rudolph looking to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
180. 58, come on. Push him back. Push him back.
Jack 16.
Mike, 58, right there. Let's go,
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Middle. Quarter.
Play action. Now Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
44.
Ben to throw again. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Roethlisberger. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Short boot taken at the 21. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
First down.
Ready? 230.
58. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Kill.
Here's Henderson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Focus, defense, focus.
Rudolph. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane, the rookie from Michigan State. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run here with Henderson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. A give for Henderson running to the right. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Like 20.
Coming this way. Here we go.
43.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Terrell Suggs, one of the best in the business at finding the QB, gets home there. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Boswell's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I'll talk with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Rudolph. This is Butler making the catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Here comes a first down throw for Rudolph. And the catch made by Johnson. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
52's the mic. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rudolph. His throw incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's third down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On the toss, here's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do that. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
I got you.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rudolph. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 6 yards in the first down. Roethlisberger now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people will call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Block 80!
Check, 43.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shit.
They'll look to run with Henderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Henderson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Darrell Henderson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's up and good to extend the lead to 13-6.
Makes the score Steelers 13, Cardinals 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Rudolph now to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake,
for sure. Without a doubt, because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
23 yards the pickup there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Hey, box truck.
I'm trying to collect.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Middle.
Here I
24.
Here I come again.
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is caught. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short game.